Oh shit, I'm live as fuck. Hello VOD viewers, this whole stream is just an ad for this video that GigaDonk, my apprentice, and I made together. You can see me here in the thumbnail, in the woods, in the park, in Chesapeake, Virginia, last weekend. And it's really good. I know that even though I haven't seen it edited yet because I filmed it. And I had a lot of fun filming it. I really enjoyed Chrona's performance. I know that I have parts where I spoke in the video. I have no idea how much of it is in the video because I haven't seen the edit yet. So I'm going to be reacting to the edit live. I know that there are parts where I probably was goofing around too much with the camera. It had to be cut. So, you know, I'm curious to see the 30-minute tight version of this rant, and how the trans debate will be concluded once and for all. I believe that if you are watching this live, as long as you have autoplay turned on, then when I end the stream, you will automatically be taken to this video of the premiere, and Krona and I will be in the chat talking about it when that happens. So I believe Genki and Sienna says, so just to clarify, I should watch the stream if I want to see your live reaction to the video? No. What's going to happen is I'm going to end this stream, and as long as you have autoplay turned on, it will automatically send you to this video's premiere. It'll just send you right over there, and then we will all be in chat watching it together. But I don't want to talk over it. I haven't seen this video yet. So I will be in chat. Yeah. Because I want to, I want to talk about the video itself, and I know if it might be different if you go into VC, but if I go into VC, it's going to become chaos, and the video is going to get talked over. So, YouTube raids require autoplay to be turned on. No wonder no one does raids on YouTube. Lol. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it requires that. I think so. I never have autoplay turned on, so yeah, I've never experienced a raid before this way. That's why I'm giving so much instructions on it. I'm like, I don't know how it works, so I'm pretty sure you don't know how it works. I've never done it before. I had to have Corona go and, like, give me the ability to do this. That's another thing. It's not like I should not have the fucking logo covering up all of the important information on the screen right now. Hold on. The trans debate is over. Why is this formatted in such a way where the name's not visible? Okay, hold on. Let me unfuck this right quick. Okay, this is, luckily the title of the video is massive on the thumbnail as well. Shout out to Genki and Sienna in chat who made this thumbnail. Beautiful text. Very 70s, oh god, what does it remind me of? Like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, or like Gem and the Holograms maybe, and then the over, just like, it's over, guys, and like, but over in a good way. Usually when something is over, it's so over, but this is a glorious over. Like, we are over, we're making it over. The hat is over the fence, as my friend Riley would say. So yeah, I'm excited. This premieres in an hour. I was going to listen to this new Door Eater song while I waited for people to show up, but y'all showed up so quickly. Hello, my friends. Hello, CC. Hello, Ellen. Hello, Genki and Sienna. Hello, Mayday from Space. It says, Henwo can't stick around but have a good stream. I will. It's my one purpose in life. And I strongly believe in my ability to do it. I just straight up think that I'm maybe the master. Maybe the absolute greatest. Gary, hello. I'm glad you're here. I hope you can stick around for the next 90 minutes because Trixie Clipsy's here. Hello. Good to have you here. Thank you for all the awesome clips. I actually have your channel open right now because this one's popping off a little bit. I had a feeling it might. I had a feeling as I was recording this one, as I kept realizing what I was saying and who I was saying it about, I was like, this video's probably getting, like, this clip is probably going to get a decent amount of views. And yeah, it's outperformed, like, any of my live streams, like, in and of themselves. So, good fucking job. Have you gotten approved for monetization yet on this channel? Or, like, can you? I know you need 3,000 watch hours now. Like, they've reduced the number of watch hours. But, you know, I absolutely encourage you to do that. You deserve to get paid for the work you do, even if it's just a little bit. Because you even edit this shit. It's not just like clips. They're like, this is like a fully edited fucking video. It's impressive work. Let's look through some of the comments on this. Black Leon 1708. I do not encounter such serious drama being so funny often. Very serious business indeed. Yeah. This person entirely gets it. Entirely gets it. He did mention that he was going to go the legal route for the damages done near the end at 28:30. So yeah, he definitely needs to sue their asses to hell and back. Actions have consequences. I hate when people say this though, because it's just like it's like such an obvious truism. Maybe some people do need to be reminded though. I don't know, but I mean, I guess KP needs to be reminded of that. But I don't know. This is one of those that it's just like, well, okay, obviously actions have consequences, but that's like that means like kind of less than. I feel like when people say that, they mean it like if you fuck up, they really mean fuck around and find out, right? Like, that's what you really mean by actions have consequences. Because, like, positive action also has positive consequences. You know, like, it's generically not a necessarily negative thing. So, you know, fuck around and find out is a little more, I think, like, honest to what you mean by it. I think. This is me projecting a little bit. Okay, let me look at chat. Genki and Sienna says, you are a great clipper. I agree, and Genki and Sienna is also a great clipper. Gary always says, I'll be kind of off and on, but yeah, I should be around for the next 90. Good. Thank you very much for resharing my videos and artwork. I assume you're talking to Clipsy. Also, I got paid yesterday, so I just bought your newest album. Fuck yes. Let me go fucking look at that. I hope Bandcamp sends me the money. Because I never got the $90 Lapusha paid for that one album. I don't know if that's just because it's so much money and like, and PayPal doesn't like me. I really don't know. I'd love to shake somebody down. Like, I want to find somebody who works for Bandcamp and just be like, give me $90 right now. Here we go. Sales. Yeah, look at that. Wait, did you buy it for $101? By chance? Because if so, domo arigato. I really hope that Bandcamp sends me all that money. No, that wasn't you. Then that was probably the one that she bought. That might be Lapusha's. Well, then Bandcamp hasn't even registered it yet. I haven't even gotten the email. Probably. That's okay. I don't know. What's the deal? Oh, I have gotten the email. 1333 for Neverwinter Norfolk. Thank you. That's a pretty number. My share is 1074, it says. I like that. That is enough to buy a cookout tray. I think I can get myself a cookout tray with 1073. Not that that's what I'm going to do with it. I'm just saying. That's what that's worth. In terms of something I've had recently that costed about that. You need 2,000 subscribers to be approved for monetization? I thought it was only like 500. It's like 3,000 watch hours and 500 subscribers or something like that. Hold on, I can check this real quick. It's time to go back. Let's go to Vera's channel. Let's see how far along she is. I can't really speak in Trixie's voice when I'm on my channel, so I'm not going to say too much. How close am I, though? Yeah, you need 500 subscribers. I have 82 valid public watch hours out of 3,000 in the last year. Okay, good night. Anyway, yeah, I guess it doesn't show you if you already have it, it wouldn't tell you that. Oh, I got new comments. Anything described as a barn burner, I'm here for. Hell yeah. Emotion is such a good fucking album. Oh yeah, Carly Rae Jepsen, because I made a reference to it in this comment. I'm so glad people know what I'm fucking talking about on my channel these days. This is that TikTok guy who tells me when people have a problem. I didn't know he had a problem. A podcast. Sorry, I had to do that real quick. If you don't watch Zevi, every video he says that somebody has a problem, and then he explains the problem. Then at some point he says, and here's where it starts to get wicked. He just does these same like couple format things. So I had to respond to this. Zevi had a problem. You see, he had a very successful TikTok channel, but his podcast, on the other hand, well, here's where it starts to get wicked. Would you recommend getting CFW on a 3DS? I don't know what that is. What does CFW mean, and is it bad? Custom firmware. I simply, obviously wouldn't know if you should do that. Someone else should go answer that comment. I'm going to respond to this Taperclip comment later, but I don't want to type something super long right now. I will read it. I'll just respond to it later. But here's what Taperclip said on my Living on Marination Time video, where I was playing a significant amount of Taperclip's podcast, the Scooter Pitch podcast, with Genki and Sienna, where they review pitches of other people's ideas, or like, you know, projects that they're working on, essentially, while they are themselves working on projects and talking about the projects they're working on, namely this comic that Taperclip draws while, or I don't know if he's drawing like while they're recording, or if this is just like footage that's, I think this is just footage that's been affixed to the podcast. But anyway, I played a lot of it, and I was also talking about that I'm working towards, I don't know if it's gonna happen this Sunday, because I'm bad at scheduling and I have too many things going on, but we've been talking about launching a show called Sunday Redial that has like an original character voiced by Komugi, who runs Genki and Sienna, and written by me, where we basically just like very quickly round up all the cool shit that came out from independent creators that you probably wouldn't have heard of if not for that video. Stuff like, for instance, this Door Eater, right? Like, some people are gonna know about this. This showed up literally in my recommended feed because I am a Ada Rook hardcore fan. So if you are an Ada Rook hardcore fan, you'll probably know about this. But it's a new channel with 266 subscribers, 1,600 views. There's a solid chance I'm telling you about this for the first time. This is the kind of thing I would put a short clip of in Sunday Redial, explain what it is in a couple of sentences in my writing, have Komu voice it as this, you know, sort of PNG tuber character, and it'll all be set to Bomberman Redial. I'm not going to play this right now because that would be too getting afield of the point I'm trying to make in reading this comment. Thoughts on the Trixie hive mind? Wait, hold on. Let me read back through the chat real quick. I see Roy Thomas is here. Hello, Roy. Okay. GigaDonk is here in chat. This is all about getting to this video that we made together. And, okay, let me look. Genki and Sienna said, it's super rough, but basically last time... Oh, no, I read this part. Okay. There's a message with it too. Thoughts. Oh, I didn't see the message with it. Gary's talking about the Bandcamp pay. Hold on. Maybe it's in a different email. Yeah, it has a separate email. Why do we call things ass, butt, or cheeks when we mean that they suck, but booty is universally beloved? You know, I think when it comes to cheeks, I've always thought of it more as like getting grabbed by the cheeks, like on your face, like you said, like, I don't know, like an auntie grabbing you by the cheeks, you know? I don't know why that's the image in my head for that, but ass, you know, something being ass being bad, it doesn't really make sense. I was trying to think, like, well, like, because we also say that we also call things booty that are bad, so it's not even like booty doesn't catch this flag too. It really is strange that everyone loves ass. We should be calling stuff shit, but I think it's just that we don't want to have to mention shit all the time. Like, people don't want to think about shit all the time necessarily, so they kind of stop short of saying, oh, this is shit, because then they go, this is ass, you know. It's like, well, ass is good though. You mean to say this is bunghole, this is dirty bunghole even. Yeah, the 3,000 watch hours is a lot harder to get than the 500 subscribers. But if you have like one hit video, you can get it really fast. Like, hold on, let's see what kind of watch hours am I pulling like regularly. Watch time. So in the last 28 days, I've pulled 8.8 thousand watch hours. So that would be enough to be monetized twice just within the last month. But let's try this week. I've got 2.7K. So if I had just started, you know, like if I had just activated it, you know, the counter or whatever this week, I would almost be there. Now, granted, most of that is for how to recognize a terrible anime in just one. There's literally 1,000 views on that this week. So, like, you know, my old videos still hit with a lot of the watch time, but you'll also see that some of these live streams got some pretty good fucking retention. So, yeah. I definitely like get like the reason I am able to be successful on YouTube at all, like to have any kind of career on YouTube, is because my watch time is really good. Like my retention, I mean, is really good. And that's what you really want. You want people not just to be curious about you, but to want to stick with you, in fact, actually. They talked about Harpy story in that one. Excellent. Yes. Actually, we reacted to that, Ellen. I don't know if you know this, but I did literally watch this whole segment on my last stream, I think. And I even did like a whole deep dive analysis of your art on this. Like when I got to this part, I kind of like did a whole like, here's why Ellen's art is so unique type thing. Yeah, hold on, wait, we can go find that real quick. Just figure out where it is in this. It must be pretty late in, because It's pretty late into the Scooter Pitch podcast, and I was using the podcast like interstitially pretty much all night. Yeah, here we go.
I drink it all for inspiration.
Oh yeah, I literally voice acted your whole comic. I forgot I did this. After I do my streams, I go to bed, I tend to forget what happened on the stream immediately. I forgot that I literally voiced the entire fucking Harpy Story comic and did not tell you. Jesus Christ. What's wrong? I know what's wrong with me, but yeah, you gotta see this. It was pretty fun. This is fucking 6 hours into this live stream. It'll definitely need to be clipped. You are free to clip this for your channel also if you want to use it as like a, I don't know, just like the voiced version of the comic. You could cut me out of it and just, use the images if you like the voice acting. I don't know.
I drink it all for inspiration. You bird brain! How are we supposed to make enough money to pay the bills if you keep messing with our stock, you dummy?
Yeah, that was a good time. Anyways, trying to have a consistent output. You've been doing an amazing job of that, Clipsy. A lot better than I've ever done, that's for sure. Thoughts on door reheater, door leftovers? Oh, I see, because of door eater. I get you. I see what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I still somehow am not caught up to all the chat. I'm sad I couldn't see Trixie's new video about free rent fans and anime onlys. Well, once you come into some money, get that membership, and then you'll be able to watch it. It's not expensive. It's like $8. I've made like $35 off of that so far, which is a lot more than I would have made if I had not released it that way. Like, considering it's only 15 views and I made $30. Normally, I'd have to get like 15,000 views to get $30 off of ad revenue. So I would say the membership game worked out pretty fucking strongly on that one. And of course, those people will benefit from already being there when I make the next one very soon. We'll be making more of those like consistently, because I'd rather create customers than like make stuff for free for an audience of mostly people who don't give a shit at all. And if I really love you and you ask me, I'll slip them to you on the low if you're broke. Will I ever decide to cover Jeff and Arcada's new podcast? If somebody pays me as a request to do that, then maybe. What channel is that trans video being posted on? GigaDonk's channel. GigaDonk? Oh yeah, I don't have it on screen. I assume you were asking that to slyly remind me that I needed to have it on screen, and I had foolishly left it off. Thank you for that. Airy rude boy. Can you talk about Caribou Coon's recent video on magical girls? You mean the one about, it's not like about magical girls broadly, right? The one about Sally the Witch. It's really good. It's like the only history lesson about that show that fucking exists. So it's pretty necessary information. Is it cool if I join the stream on voice call when it comes time to stream the trans debate video? Well, so my plan is not to stream it. My plan is to rate it. So the idea here is that, and everybody needs to make sure you have autoplay turned on for this, apparently. But the idea is that when I end this stream, it will automatically deposit you into this video. And so we'll all just be in the stream. Or the premiere, rather. So we'll all be in premiere chat. I will not be streaming anymore. We will just be watching this video. I don't want to talk over it. I don't want anybody to talk over it. I want to listen to the fucking video. So I am going to force everyone in this live stream to go over there as long as you have autoplay on. I think you have to have autoplay on. YouTube used the word autoplay in its description of how this works. So I think that's the case. But But yes. That's why I had to have you do all that stuff where you had to make it so I could redirect over there. I've never done it before, so it's the first time I've had to organize it. It's weird that it's such a pain in the ass. I don't think Twitch makes it such a pain in the ass to raid streams or whatever. But, you know, whatever. I guess they want to make sure that you know, like, that it's somebody who you're actually affiliated with and not, like, you know, trolls just raiding, like, small channels for fun. Oh, you meant a private call with the two of us. Yes, we can. The two of us could definitely do a private call together while the premiere is happening and we're talking in chat. Yes, that would be cool. Sorry for misinterpreting. Okay. Roy, I haven't read your comments under Caribou Coon's video. Maybe I will later. Shixie said to us on this stream that she will not be doing any audio reaction. Yes. Okay, I went over all this already. Genki and Sienna says, Fire Sally, the witch video, absolute heat, and he praised mascots and underappreciated characters. Indeed. Everyone should watch Caribou. Let's get that video. Go ahead and just fucking put that shit on the stream right now. Why the fuck not? I'm just sitting here reading chat, being boring. We could be learning about Sally the Witch, who is the first anime witch. I just typed okay, I was about to say, there's no way I typed Sally the Witch, this video didn't come up right away. It's already got 9K views. That's not bad.
Hello, Japanese cookie, dozo.
Hey, it's Shabes.
Hello, Shabes. Third video will release when it's done, hopefully this month. Oh yeah, I didn't watch part 2 of this actually, which is oh, I haven't even seen. Oh, there's a new okay. I didn't realize this was out already. I did not watch this either. So I'm just gonna leave that on and just have that on. I'm just gonna have that on.
Himitsu Ako-chan.
Oh wait, never mind. This is narrated. I thought this was just gonna be a collection of literally clips. Okay, here we go.
Atsuko Kagami is a regular human.
No, it is literally also an analysis video. Okay. I didn't realize these were 2 different analysis videos. I thought this was going to literally be every transformation in Himitsu no Ako-chan, like a compilation. You should retitle that. That's confusing. Unless I'm misinterpreting what I'm seeing here. Anyways, I'll watch both of those later because they're long, and this stream is about the trans debate being over, premiering in 35 minutes. But yeah, I'm gonna DM Shames about that if he doesn't see the stream. I'm gonna be like, dog, I straight up thought this was a compilation video and didn't watch it because I thought it was something to like get really nuked high and just throw on, like, so we gotta work on that. Genki and Sienna says, if anyone else starts making videos about the underappreciated genius and value of mascot sidekicks, I will promote you endlessly. Just please do not Sonic. Those are not as mascot-esque to me. That's true. They can't. A mascot has to be, like, a mascot is a position within a show. You can't be the main character and be the mascot. You know what I mean? Like, Sonic is the mascot of Sega. He is not the mascot of Sonic, if that makes sense. He's only a mascot in the context of, like, reality, not within the context of the show. Chow are much more like mascots. Yeah, for sure. They are the mascots of the Sonic Adventure franchise. Agreed, Ellen. If the algorithm doesn't figure out we're associated with each other after this, I will spit. I know, right? This is how you got to do it, though. This is how I'm really trying to pull out all the stops on this to make it happen because, frankly, I've just been waiting for the opportunity. I've just been looking for the channel that I needed to deeply interconnect my channel with as a necessity to both of our existences. And Krona's is that channel. All right, GigaDonk. I bet everything on pink. Okay, I bet it all on pink. Krona is my girl. She is absolutely the idol, the icon. Just an icon living, like Jaden Smith. But we have a much better relationship than Will Smith has with his son Jaden. Krona has all the talent of Jaden Smith and none of the having to live with Will Smith as your mentor and father. GigaDonk says, yes, for the love of fuck, please get me out of this day job life. I want to do YouTube with you instead. That's really up to the audience, is the funny part. It's up to them to decide that they want the two of us to be able to do that so much that they're like, we're going to help you do this. We're going to promote you. We're going to share your videos around. We're going to talk about how cool you are. We're going to talk about how we want to be just like Trixie and Giga. And we're going to show their videos to our children and our grandchildren and pass them down like emotional relics, like fucking heirlooms. Alright, I'm getting too megalomaniacal. My stream persona is too out of control. Gotta calm myself. No, I don't. Let's listen to this Door Eater song. This shit's lit. This shit fucking goes.
Lying on the floor and waiting for the come up. Roommate Spotify playing Fugazi and Young Thug. 3 years ago she never needed to know, and now the feelings inside her always screaming to be let go. Because that's just love. You can feel alive, you don't have to go. Something's lost inside you. Let it burst in the air. No one can stop you. No one can save your life as the momentum carries you through the night. Standing at the station, staring at the pavement. No one left to call, that's just how it always shakes out. Knowing it's her fault, but that doesn't really change it. Like
Hold on for just a moment. I hate to interrupt the song, but this really cracked me up in the chat. Okay. So, first of all, Genki and Sienna, when the first episode of your show comes out, we will absolutely do a live stream up to your premiere for that. With as much of the voice acting cast as could be there, would be perfect. Just like, that would be a good one to like have us all just be in a stream together and premiere it in the stream. You know, like we'd all get quiet and watch it, but then we could talk about it both before and afterwards, like, you know, creator commentary type thing. If you like that idea, I mean. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me go back again. For the love of fucking me. The day job, YouTube premieres are exhausting for me. Yes, we were talking about the mascot of your channel. Obviously, it is, in fact, Genki and Sienna. GigaDonk. Okay, this was the part that cracked me up. A better comparison between me and GigaDonk is that we're like the girl versions of Peter Parker and Miles Morales. I like that one. Or Rocky and Adonis Creed. I haven't actually seen the Creed movies. Or Free Ren and Fern, like you said. That's really the best frame of reference. And yes, indeed, Free Ren and we definitely have a Free Ren and Fern relationship, I think. Fern Fern is maybe more emotionally closed off than GigaDonk is, at least at the start of the series. I mean, it's not even like she gets super, it's not like she ever gets, I don't know, as cutesy as I think GigaDonk is. But nonetheless, the way that they interact with one another, I think, is pretty similar to the way that we are. And then Gary always said, I get it, but isn't Rocky like 70 years old in that movie? Jesus. And I laughed because Freeren's like what, 500 or something, or like 1,000. She's like older than fuck. She is ancient. She's been alive for a stupid long time. Definitely older than Rocky. So yeah, anyway, that cracked me up. That's the only reason I stopped.
Inside, she knows she cannot sustain it. Turns her phone off, she's just gonna stay up. So, let go. You can feel alive, you don't have to go. Oh, something's lost inside you. Let it burst in the eye. No one can stop you. No one can save your life. As the momentum carries you through.
Trixie Clips, he said, oh yeah, Fern, you did music with them. I think Genki recommended a song to me. Not the Fern I'm talking about, but that's really funny. We're talking about the anime series Frieren. The character Frieren has a understudy named Fern. Highly recommend reading Frieren and watching it. The anime is really fucking good, but the manga also is really fucking good and way longer. Yeah, Frieren is like the most literally me anime character I've ever seen. I love her so much, and I would love to cosplay her. But yes, that's the Fern I'm talking about. Ada eats on every track, indeed. Stony Pony Official said, what? This came up in my recommendations, but I didn't know it was Ada. I didn't either. I saw it, I clicked on it because I thought, Door Eater, that's a cool name. Have I heard of this? Why is this in my recommended? And then as it was going, I literally thought, whoever this is sounds a lot like Ada Rook. And then I was like, wait a minute. This has to, yeah, it's Ada Rook. Hello, Nisa. Good to have you here. Wait, let me jump back. I've gone too far. I paused at an inopportune moment in this. This is a better place to pick back up.
Loving it's her fault, but that doesn't really change it. Looking inside, she knows she cannot sustain it. Turns her phone off, she's just gonna stay up. So, let go. You can feel alive, you don't have to go. Oh, something's lost inside you. Let it burst in the eye. No one can stop you. No one can save your life. As the momentum carries you through the night.
There's a child meaning. Is there? Yeah, she's in there.
I don't like that.
She has no. Her face is all.
Genki, it's already been done. Yeah, watching Frieren with Trixie, there were so many interactions with those characters that felt like something we've already had or something we would do if we traveled together long enough, said Giga. For sure. For sure. It's also, it's funny because the show, like, it's interesting where it picks up with regards to their relationship, really, because, like, basically, Frieren has spent like 1,000 years, experiencing no real connection to the people around her, and then that kind of just changes with Himmel. Particularly, like, she doesn't really think about the fact that he's gonna die until he's dead, and then when he is dead, she's like, fuck, I should have spent more time with him because I actually really liked that guy, and I'm never gonna get to spend time with him again. And so she starts realizing that, like, you know, I have to treat these moments as more precious and hold on to them, or else, you know, I'm gonna be left with, you know, I'm just gonna be left with like such this little pocket, this little sliver of remembering how good somebody was, you know. And so, you know, what's his name? Was it the Heiter, the priest? Heiter, like, basically tricks her into having an apprentice, and that being Fern. And, like, they meet when Fern's like a kid. Like, Fern's only, like, I don't know, probably 8 or something when they first meet, and the show kind of time skips through her growing up and the three of them all kind of growing up together, and, like, there's this sense that they didn't really interact that much, you know, like, up until Fern was an adult and they actually started traveling together. Even though Fern ends up learning everything about Frieren, like, through like, enough about her, I should say, to, like, kind of get who she is and her mannerisms by the time that Fern's grown up. Frieren is only kind of just learning about Fern at the start of the series because they're traveling together and she's forming those new memories. And, like, in a similar way, GigaDonk has been watching my channel for a really long time. We just haven't ever really connected until more recently. And so, even though I've been kind of, like, aware that she existed, you know, and, like, that she was taking influence from me, I was never directing it at her, you know. I was never like, oh, you're the person who I'm trying to influence, up until this year, you know. So it's an interesting parallel to me in that sense of, like, you kind of grew up with me, but at the same time, neither of us was in a position to start emotionally connecting, really, for most of that time. And then as soon as we did, it's like, well, now it's like we're companions, you know? Like, now it's like, okay, well, now we're on this journey together all of a sudden, even though we've been next to each other kind of the whole time, but only now is it, like, deliberate action, you know? And it's interesting that the show, like, has that it displays all of that, but it happens in, like, one episode of them growing up, and then this, you know, hyper decompressed version of the like, well, I shouldn't say hyper decompressed. There's, like, years passing in certain episodes, or, like, whole seasons just go by. So it is fairly fast paced, but it does eventually slow down to a point where there's, like, you know, individual weeks that might go on for chapters and chapters, as the arcs get a little bit more, like, concentrated on, like, there's just starts being arcs that have way the fuck more characters, like, way more, like, shonen structured arcs, because they introduce tons of people who are relevant, and then it becomes, like, a lot more slowed down. Anyway, enough about Frieren. Everybody who's here, let me make sure you understand how this works. I think you need to turn autoplay on for this to work. What's going to happen is that at exactly noon, I'm going to end this stream, and if you have autoplay on, it's going to take you to this video premiere automatically. And once we're there, we're all going to be in chat, and we're all going to hit the like button, and if you're not already subscribed to GigaDonk, the subscribe button. And this will tell YouTube that our channels are heavily interconnected and that they should be cross-promoted, because we made this video together. And there's no reason to think that anybody who likes my content would not enjoy, especially this video, but really any of GigaDonk's content. If you like what I do, you're going to like what GigaDonk does. It's too close to the same thing for me to imagine that you wouldn't. And without treading the same ground, without saying the same things, you know. She's not just repeating shit I said. I didn't make the trans debate is over. I was very happy when I heard that this is the video that we were going to be making. I was like, yeah, of course I want to be a part of that. That's an obvious, natural thing for me. That's noon Eastern Standard for everyone not on the East Coast. Indeed. That will be 9 o'clock a.m. for Gary Always, I think. I don't know what the hell you're doing at 9 a.m. on a... What is it, Friday? Why do I never know what fucking day it is? Yeah, Friday. Hold on, let me refresh this, because I'm seeing 4 likes still, and that means that nobody has gone to the description, clicked on the link over to this video, and clicked the like button and the notification on button literally just because. Which I recommend doing, since we're all here anyways. I'm just saying, it's worth it. Alright, that Door Eater song was cool. Caribou Coon is cool. I think I was like reading comments earlier. Oh yeah, I was gonna read Taperclip's comment. I did not end up actually reading it. It was kind of long, and I did a bunch of other things in between. Did I pass it? I passed it, didn't I? There we go. Okay. I'm gonna read this Taperclip comment. Loved hearing that Bomberman song. My first YouTube video, I played that song over my narration, but I didn't mix it correctly, so the dialogue was muffled. The video got a lot of comments about the terrible audio. That unintentional rage bait helped it get more views than deserved, which helped my channel get monetized very quickly. It was incredible luck that I fell into. This is a unique perspective worth listening to when it comes to the subject of how a YouTube channel might suddenly become monetizable. Shit, I clicked off. Hold on. All of the negative comments were great exposure therapy. I'm used to getting manga critique, but I was afraid of sharing my opinion. A few videos later, I started getting more "this is why you are wrong" comments, and a few chuckle fucks that took a dissenting opinion / "this comic sucks" reviews too seriously. Realizing that these comments don't matter and it's okay that I'm wrong helped me get over my more social anxieties. I feel that for sure. I for sure feel that. Soon I'll have a year on YouTube. I feel like I'm speedrunning through and have already stopped caring about ad rev, and am now trying to connect with other artists and use YouTube as a pit stop for making manga. I had to stop manga for a few months since weekly scripted video content was time consuming. Back when I did that first round of thumbnails for you, I offered the services because I reasoned if my channel was quickly monetized, maybe I did something right. That led to joining the Golden Butterflies and unexpectedly reconnecting with Kamugi, aka Genki and Sienna. That led to... Oh, I read that sentence. I feel guilty for how much I cling to her, but she's legitimately amazing, and I'm so grateful we're friends. I don't think you need to feel guilty. She clearly likes you a lot. I never thought when I started YouTube I'd be okay with doing unscripted content. I felt more okay with podcasting since I was doing it with Kamugi, and after a few weeks of doing it continuously with someone I genuinely enjoy being around, I feel more okay with podcasting. I went in VC in the Golden Butterflies a few times, which is something that would have been impossible for me a year ago. I also never thought you'd look at anything I make. Thank you. I can't say enough how much of an influence you've been and how much you've helped shape my worldview and art. I hope I can keep making art and connecting with people. You're a tremendously positive influence, and I'm so glad you've shared your art with the world. That's really beautiful. Thank you. Also, I think your art's really cool. I honestly assumed that you were more... professional's not the word I want to use, but that you had maybe... I don't know how long you've been drawing, but the way that this looks to me has a reading of like, I've done this a lot and I have confidence in my ability to do it. Like, it feels confident to me. That's the word I'm looking for, which is good. Like, a very good quality for art to have, because it does, like, again, while the word professional is like whatever, but like that is the feeling you get when you see something confident, is like, oh, this was, you know, this was made by somebody who knows what they're doing, because it feels like they think that, you know. And even if you don't actually feel that way, like if you don't feel like you know what you're doing, your art says that you do know what you're doing. Because it just looks good. Like, it looks different. It looks weird, you know, but it doesn't look any really weirder than, like, Inio Asano's work to me, in terms of, like, how, like, fucking bizarre of a mixed media combination it is. Like, you're just coming at it from a little bit of a different direction. But this is literally how he makes his manga. Like, everything you're doing is the same thing Inio Asano literally does to make his manga, and that guy's, like, the most loved fucking millennial manga author there is. So I think you're on the right thread with what you're doing there. And I'm telling you all that because I assume, based on what you just said, that you haven't really heard that vote of confidence, but that was how I felt seeing your art, and assumed that probably somebody would have told you that. But I don't think that's the case. You know, you have to be seen by enough people to get the praise you truly deserve sometimes. Okay, what else is going on in the chat? You and Idol Precure is the only good anime right now. I wouldn't gas up a Precure season that wasn't good, I promise. There were ones last year that were mid-cure, but this season Idol is peak cure. I was really enjoying gag manga Biori until I had to cut it out of one of my live streams, and then I was like, I don't know if I like anime. But then, what did I watch that was good recently? Well, watching Freeren with GigaDonk was very much like, yeah, this anime really did save anime when it came out. Like, I understand why this got so much fucking critical attention, because it's just on a different level, you know? Like, it makes you feel like anime is good until you watch a different anime. You know, you're like, oh wait, I forgot. This is like unique. This is not commonplace. But it's nice that there is at least a good precure going on. Taperclip actually first met me on Fur Affinity in like 2018, leaving a large comment about how their art was inspired by my posts. I then told them I appreciated theirs too. In fact, that thread of comments is still accessible on my Fur Affinity to this day. Very clean. And Trixie Clipsy said, yeah, this looks very publishable. I would agree. I mean, I've seen dog shit get published, so that's why, again, like, professional is a word I'm, like, hesitant to use, because it's not really about, like, are you making money off of it? It's like, does it... Maybe likable is the word I want, but obviously things can be likable without necessarily looking good either. That's why confident is, I think, the strongest word. Like, it looks like something that is intentional. It looks like it's supposed to look the way it looks, if that makes sense. The RPG spell says, anime has gone to shit for me. I think there's one good or decent for every 50 that come out. Yeah, I mean... honestly, that's not too weird if you really think about it. Like, it makes sense that there wouldn't be that much of it that appeals to any individual person. It just sucks when it's not, like, when none of it's for you. You know, like, there are seasons where 5 shows come out that are all clearly for me, and there are seasons where no shows come out that are clearly for me, you know. And that's fine, because I don't need anime in exclusion. And frankly, anime is just not my favorite medium. You know, it's up there. There are some really great things in it. But I am much bigger a fan of music, first and foremost, and of YouTube. Which is why I'm out here promoting YouTube videos and not anime. You know, like, we're not... There's a universe where anime distributors embraced the internet and made it so that streamers like me are, in fact, like, just camped out waiting for the premiere of new episodes of anime, and we all watch them together. Like, that makes total... That seems like a better way to watch anime. Watching anime alone sucks. Having to gather a whole fucking club of people together who are all... you know, neurodivergent and bad at planning usually sucks. Like, if you can just have a bunch of people show up to a chat where somebody that they like watches the anime with them, it would be the best way to watch anime, but there's no fucking anime you can watch that way because they won't let you. So there is a world where I am an anime streamer, but it's not this world. So instead I'm like a YouTuber streamer. I would also be more of a music streamer, frankly, but I can't play most of the music. I can only play, there's thankfully a lot of music I like made by underground creators who will let me play their music, or at the very least are not flagging it when I play it. But yeah, it's tough to watch anything on YouTube other than other YouTube videos. And we've gone like, I haven't even really gotten that meta with it compared to some of the shit I've seen, where I've seen, live streams, or I've seen videos that are like clips from live streams that are reactions to other clips from live streams that are reactions to other clips from live streams that are reactions to something someone said somewhere along the line, and then they incorporate so many other things and they splinter off into these crazy, like, the deeper you get into the universe of one section of YouTube, the more crazy the meta gets. You've probably all seen it in the gaming sphere with like the fucking Dark Souls 2 conversation. That's a great example, of like just so many dogpiling layers of analysis videos about analysis videos. Even I haven't gotten that far into it, and I think I should have. I should have been, and now I am. We're going deep. We're gonna go deep. I mean, right now, I hope that all of you have autoplay turned on so that in 7 minutes when I end this stream, it automatically sends you to this video. And that you did not forget to do that and simply hit that little button that I know you probably have turned off, because who the fuck likes autoplay? Except for, like, I don't know, when you're going to bed. No, I would just play a playlist of like an album or something. I don't trust autoplay. I don't trust it to play me what I want. I want to teach it to play me what I want. I mean, ideally, autoplay would just cycle you between mine and GigaDonk and Genki and Sienna videos and the Trixie Clipsy channel back and forth. It would just be a non-stop feedback loop of trans rights all day long. That would be the whole algorithm for you. That's my ideal. That's what I want to happen to you. That's why I want you to click autoplay on, so that we can go to this video in 6 minutes and be indoctrinated into the YouTube algorithmic cult of trans rights chaos vlogging. GigaDonk says, I do the same thing Trixie does, but with more silliness. That's accurate. Shit, I better fix my hair right quick. It's almost time. Oh, fuck. It is indeed almost time. Meow meow, I'm back. My hair is now pretty again. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I want to pet that pretty hair. Genki and Sienna says, the reason I am doing a pre-care group watch is because no one is respecting magical girls. Free Ren is equal in quality to shoujo girls anime. Free Ren is a shonen version of a magical girl story. I can see that. Cliffsy says, how long do you think something should be copyrighted before it becomes public domain? I just don't care about copyright as an idea in the first place. The reality of the situation is that people are subverting it constantly. Like, people are just doing things that are just transformative enough, to get away with it, or doing it under the radar and not getting punished for it. But, like, copyright is constantly being infringed on. So it just doesn't make sense to, like, in the perspective of the law, for the law to say, okay, everyone's a criminal. Like, that's just silly. It needs to be the whole thing needs to be rethought. The whole concept needs to be redone. We need to repeal that shit and think of a new thing, because copyright's not working. It's not logical. It's literally turned us all into criminals. And the government loves that because it makes it very easy for them to, sort of pigeonhole you into whatever, like, they can call you a criminal, they can move you around as a criminal if they think that's who you are. And it's easy for them to make you that by making the law unreasonable in such a way that things that everyone does all the time make them criminals, technically. When we watched Free Red together, I pretended to be Mauler reacting to H. Bomber Guy, reacting to Matthew Matosis, reacting to the anime. Yeah, that was one of the funniest fucking things I've heard, because the Mauler, GigaDonk's Mauler impression is on another level. It's truly greatness. The Matthew Matosis one was really strong too. H. Bomber Guy needs some work, but Mauler and Matthew Matosis impressions were pretty fucking on point. Kiki and Sienna says, I'll personally and continuously go on this campaign. Respect shoujo. If you think you've seen anything that can be done in anime, you have not. Everything that can be done in anime. You have not seen Brigadoon, have not seen shoujo, stuff like that. I 100% agree. Really is dope how supportive you are of everyone. Everyone's supportive of me. I literally get to do this because people, like, just... It used to be a lot more anonymous, you know? Like, it used to be that I had just, like, a Patreon, and it offered specific bespoke rewards, and people were signing up to get those rewards. And there is still an extent to which that's true, but the people who I really interact with all the time, you know, are, like, literally just fucking airdropping me money because they like my community, you know? So I'm pretty much kept afloat by the fact that y'all like me and I like you. And I don't know, to me that seems ideal. It feels weird because inside of a capitalist system it feels illegal. Like, it literally feels like I'm breaking all of the rules by having a, like, system of mutual love and respect be, like, how I live my, like, actually how I live my life. And I don't know how to make it possible for everybody to get to enjoy as much freedom in it as I do without bringing money from the outside of it, if that makes sense, you know? Like, in order for it to exist inside of capitalism. It's tough. But luckily some people are just fucking geniuses and brilliant and just have access and will give it away, you know? So I feel like we have unseen safety nets underlying our community, you know? But it's hard to really know. It's hard to know really what's happening in this great mysterious world that is so much bigger than any of us. Alright, this premiere is in like a minute. So, everybody, please turn on auto play. Turn on autoplay. Make sure autoplay is on. If you don't have autoplay on, it's not gonna autoplay, I don't think. I don't know for sure. It should. Shit, what did I do? Did I close out of it entirely? How did I manage that? Hold on. Okay, it's back. Look, it's right there. That's where you want to be. If autoplay fails, then I'm making a Blue Sky post about the premiere. Okay. Premiere will begin shortly. Alright, we're going in, everybody. I'm going to end this stream, and as long as you have autoplay on, it should automatically send you over there, alright? I think maybe I need to... Do I want to wait for it to actually have started? I know there's a 1 minute countdown. I'll wait for the countdown to start. Meanwhile, I'm going to open up the Discord and flavor blast everybody with the @everyone command. Well, I like this new emoji. Okay, that's done. Premiere will begin shortly. Nope, I didn't want to click on YouTube. I wanted to click the fucking reload button. Alright, okay. Alright, everybody. Okay, everyone. Alright, everybody. I feel my blood pumping. I feel my blood boiling. I feel like I'm ready to explode. It's weird to get the notification while you're still typing it on stream, lol. That is really funny. Alright, we're going. We're going in, everybody. Let's go. Let's go!